My name is Linda Stewart and my student ID is LGBD058. I'm doing the task 3, which is the self-reflection on my work with the Smith family, on the enactment and the genogram. So I'm using the self-reflection assessment form in Appendix I. Which is part of the video submissions in that Appendix I. So it asks me to demonstrate how I demonstrated an ability to build rapport with the clients. I feel like that started when the session started, and asking the children if they knew why they were here, and then just explaining a little bit about sometimes I'm going to be talking to mum and dad, and sometimes to them, and sometimes to everybody together. So I feel like that went well. And then including them in the confidentiality discussion about what stays here, what is said here stays here, and just clarified that both the children understood that. I think there was appropriate eye contact throughout. I was aware with the children at some part that they were both looking down at the drawing, so that may have been a distraction as well for them, but it was also part of the activity for the family and the genogram. So number 2 was, did I facilitate meaningful and appropriate discussion? I tried to demonstrate that by engaging with the family as a whole to start off with, and then working with mum and dad on the enactment, and then coming back to the children to discuss their pictures and what they had drawn, and then including the family on the genogram. I was aware that at that point that the parents, it was difficult to make eye contact with the parents, as I was tended to be focused on what the information I was trying to get from the children for the genogram. But there was discussion with the parents. They were included in that. The children engaged really well with the drawing exercise, and the parents participated appropriately with the enactment, and then with the family discussion about how they were going to decide on what family activity they would do. So number 3 was, how did I demonstrate that I was able to maintain a focus on the clients? Given the scenario, it was difficult to maintain the focus on the whole family all the time when I was asked to do the enactment with the parents. And for that particular enactment, the children wouldn't have been available given the time of night, so I found that quite difficult. But the children were busy with their drawings. So while I had the parents with their enactment and we were working together, I felt I focused on their needs and how they were doing, and communicated well with them. And then when we came back with the children to the drawings, I felt like I was focused on them again, and then helping the family to decide what their family activity would be. I think my role was observer in that instance, as the family sorted out what they wanted to spend their time with at the weekend for a family activity. So how did I show appropriate and respectful communication at all times. I think my natural speaking tone is quite soft, and I think that is reflected in the session. The children seemed relaxed, and I felt like that they responded well to that too. I was able to reflect back to the children about their drawings and ask for clarification about who they spent time with, and then also listening to what each member of the family had to say at different times. So responding to Mark and Jean, the parents, during their enactment, and then to Ben and Lily as well when they were telling me about their stories. So I felt that I was respectful and that my communication with each member of the family was appropriate. Thank you.